Welcome to Candid with Claudia, from possibility to reality. I am your host, Claudia Cabillos. Here, real conversation meets inspiring stories, from bold dreams to powerful transformations. Each episode, we sit down with remarkable guests, such as yourself, from our local community who have turned their vision into their reality. Together, we'll explore their journeys, celebrate their achievements, and discover the unique flavor they bring to our shared experience. So grab your favorite drink, settle in, and let's get candid. Welcome, Yesenia. How are you today?
Good morning. Actually, good afternoon, Claudia. I'm doing well.
That's good.
How are you?
I am doing great. It is so nice to meet you.
It's so nice to meet you.
Really
too.
nice to
I've heard
meet
really
you.
wonderful things about you.
Well, we have to give a shout out to Elaine because Elaine is pretty awesome, and we're going to talk about her just for a little bit later when we talk
Yes.
about being honorees.
Yes, she is. Congrats, Elaine, for everything you do.
Thank you. Thank you. You too. So tell us a little bit. So you do staffing.
I do.
Tell us a little bit about that, and what are some golden nuggets that you believe our audience would like to know about when they're looking for a job, right? So tell us a little bit about what you do. If you have to give us in 2 sentences, what do you do?
We provide top talent to top companies. So we focus on the banking, accounting, and finance sectors. We are your person to go to when you need to hire somebody. We know the market, we know the industry. We're embedded in the banking area, and we provide the talent that the companies are looking for. We do our research. We have our network of bankers that are looking to make a move, and we present them to clients.
Now, you own your own company, so you're an entrepreneur.
Correct.
How long you been an entrepreneur for?
We opened our firm in June of 2020,
Nice.
right during the pandemic.
So when you think of entrepreneurship and getting there, what did you do before, and what would you say was like in our theme here is possibility to reality. So what was that like for you when you started your entrepreneurship and made that a reality for yourself?
So it was all, following your dream. Our company, my husband is our co-founder, and he always believed that, we should go on our own, that it was time, that, we had a gift, that we knew the market, we knew the industry, we had the contacts, and we had to take a leap of faith. It's our second company, and we're very excited about it.
That's amazing.
Take the leap of faith.
100%. Without risk.
Without risk, there's no success.
Excellent. Excellent. Another question I have for you is, you've been doing this for 25 years.
Correct.
So what are some golden nuggets you can tell someone who's looking to get into the either staffing industry or is looking for a job in the finance market or in banking?
Do your research, know what you're targeting. Make sure that you're going after the right position. Know your market. A lot of people want to get into a certain industry and they know nothing about it. I mean, it's a leap of faith whenever you go somewhere. But you definitely have to know what you're going after, follow your dreams, and be tenacious.
You've sat across a lot of people looking for work.
Absolutely.
I am sure. Give us something funny that's you've sat across and you're like, oh my gosh, did they really say that?
God, I've had people say that they can't go. Listen, I'm a dog. I'm a dog mom. I love animals, but I have people saying that during the whole pandemic that they couldn't go to work because they had to babysit their dog, and that their dog had like issues that couldn't be alone. And I'm like, are you really telling me this? Like, how am I going to say that to a client and say, hey?
I thought you were going to tell me they couldn't come to the interview without bringing their dog.
Yes. No. Well, listen, I wouldn't put it past some people. I have people show up in interviews in sneakers and shorts, and I'm like, what were you possibly thinking? Well, they said it was laid back. Well, yeah, but laid back doesn't mean that you're going to the beach. So
you started your business during COVID.
Absolutely.
How was that like? Now, ironically enough, I did not start my business in COVID. I started it 18 years ago. But 18 years ago, if you remember, was called the Great Recession here. It was
Absolutely.
2008.
Absolutely.
And I'm here today. My business is still thriving. How
Congratulations,
was it
Claudia.
for you? Thank you. How was it for you starting your business in 2020?
It was scary. It was a mixed emotions. Again, it was my partner that he was like, we're doing this. It's about time we're doing this. And I was like, but we're in COVID. Like, I had not taken the leap of faith on normal circumstances. Now it was really going all in, and the best decision we ever did.
When people ask you, hey, Yesenia, what do you do for a living? In one sentence, what do you say?
Change people's lives.
Oh, I love that.
Yes.
I'm going to have to take that one.
One placement at a time.
Like that. Now, taking us back a little bit, when I was about, goodness, maybe like 25, I was in staffing.
Really?
I worked for Personnel One at the time.
Oh my God, I temped for Personnel One. Yes.
Personnel
they
One.
Were located there was one in Kendall.
In Kendall, Ep.7, I was in Personnel One. But anyway, okay.
Okay.
Now, I want to kind of take a twist here. You love Cafecito.
I absolutely
So do I.
There we go.
Here we are. We're drinking our
There you go,
Cafecito right here.
Cafecito.
Cheers to us.
Cheers.
Yes. Thank you for being here. Okay.
Thank you for having me.
If you had to If you had to describe yourself as a cafecito, what would that be?
I would be a cortadito, short and sweet.
Love that. Love that. I would be with the dash. I would be cortadito, but it must have whipped cream and it must have a dash of cinnamon because I
There
like
we
kind of like the
go.
spicy and the sugar.
Nice.
Yeah, I like that. So, you started a Yesenia with cafecito.
Cafecito con Yesenia. So Cafecito con Yesenia was, I would always meet people for coffee. I would always this is for years I've been doing this. And during that pandemic, the only way that you could meet was virtual. My husband one day was like, everybody's calling for your cafecito. And it just from one day to another, it got branded. And I have people who make lines, in my agenda to meet with me for cafecito because it's become a really big thing. And to get to know you, get to know who you are, get to know how I can assist you, share with you my market knowledge as well as know how, again, I can be of assistance to you, whether it's personal, business, or community related.
Now, are you having cafecito with applicants, with community leaders?
All.
All of them.
Yeah.
So while you're interviewing the applicants, you're having it over cafecito with Yesenia.
Correct. So for my C-level
nice.
executives or anybody who wants to meet for cafecito, it's not sure about leaving their career. We do a lot for the community. So all of the community leaders, advocates, fundraisers, not-for-profits, and our clients.
Who's the most interesting person you've had in front of you?
Oh, I've had a few. I can't narrow that down to one, but I've had some very emotional stories of people who have gone through a lot, organizations that really give back for very reasons dear to their hearts, and I've had some amazing leaders, but I've had good ones.
Now, dead or alive, if you could have coffee with one person, dead or alive, who would that person be?
Meryl Streep. I think that woman embeds everything that I see in a woman. Her charisma, her elegance. I just love her character in every movie she's played, and I love what she stands for.
Well, if you are listening, Meryl Streep, she would like to have coffee with you. And by the way, so would I.
Yes. You can find me at Cafecito con Yesenia.
There you go. There you go. Now, let's be honest. Not everybody makes great coffee. Have you ever had a bad coffee? Because that's really just... And I'm not talking American coffee like that. Cafecito, colada.
God, I have had some bad cafes. Some really bad. Be it American or Cuban, it's been pretty bad. Yeah, I don't want to bash them, but I've had a really horrible experience.
Now, do you have Cafecito with Yesenia at the same location?
I do not. I like to I like to host at different places in our community. I mean, Coral Gables has some amazing places. They have Café Demetrio, they have Bachur, they have Crema. I mean, I always go to Sergio's, La Carreta, If they have good coffee, I'll be there. Y La Canarias, one of the best.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, yeah. So let's talk about our roots a little. We are two Hispanic women here today.
Yeah.
And we are connected because we are both honorees of the Hispanic Woman of Distinction. She will be recognized in August. I was recognized in August of 2023.
Congrats.
What of your Latin roots do you bring to your everyday life? I believe as Latinas, we do so much. We multitask really well. But what is the one thing you believe that from your Latin roots and your Cuban Latin roots that you bring into your work every single day?
My work ethics, my passion. I was raised by strong Latinos in my house. My grandmother was a very strong woman. She always taught me that you work very, very hard. She was an entrepreneur herself. And we're talking in the 80s. So it was a woman, Cuban, moving forward. I bring passion to my work every day. I work every day like if I need to hustle. Like I don't lay back. I'm not a laid back individual. I bring my heart and my soul into everything I do.
Do you find, I'm going to touch on something real quick because you said something that I 100% believe, and that is we come from a generation of parents who really taught us that work ethic.
Absolutely.
You interview a lot of applicants.
I do.
Are you finding that there is a disappearance of the work ethic today?
100%. 100%. Growing up, I would be, if I had to be at work at 8, I would be there at 7:45 with my coffee ready to start at 8. And, you find yourself that there are people who just do bare minimum. And that's not the way we were raised.
What advice would you give to the generations that come to you looking for work and that are competing, because it's very competitive in the finance market? It's competitive in every industry. What advice do you give them as a seasoned staffing professional? What advice do you give to applicants about that, for lack of a better word, laziness or lack of work ethic that I believe our generation has?
I tell them that they need to show up, they need to be their best, they need to act like this is the job that they're going to want the rest of their lives, and they're going to run, right? You have to come in and be a leader, not be somebody that comes in and just does the bare minimum, because the bare minimum isn't going to get you to raise ceilings. I mean, I started as an HR assistant, and we own our own company now. I've come a very long way, but ever since I was young, my first job as a receptionist, I went as a temp, and I'm like, I want to stay here. And I stayed there. I was 16 years old, and I stayed there for like 6 years. No, I'm sorry, 4 years.
But don't you find that that really doesn't exist that much anymore?
It does not.
That tenure,
Does
that
not.
loyalty?
Yeah. It's very sad because I think I'm blessed. I have, team members that or on our team that they learn from us. They see what we do. But I also have people who, like, when you get their resume, I'm like, you've had 5 jobs in 2 years and they're not even 25. Oh, no, I left for a better pay here, or I left because I got sick, or I had a personal emergency. And, it's very disheartening.
So now, not only do you have applicants in front of you, you have clients.
Absolutely.
Clients that are looking for applicants.
Yes.
What are your clients looking for? Are they being complacent with settling for that generation that's willing to just not give it that 100%?
They actually are not. My clients are, very, very well-respected institutions. They do know that the marketplace is very tough. They know that. They see resumes. They ask these individuals. I mean, I'm not going to tell you that there aren't people who had, for a long time, people who had a lot to say because during COVID, they lost their job. So you would kind of give them like a pass, right?
Yeah.
But they look at the resumes. They check the people's tenure. We check references on everybody. So if you say that you lost your job or you're not working for X and Y reason, we will find out. And we tell them, listen, why don't you just be honest with us? I mean, I'll give you an example. We had a guy that said he was working, and when we did the reference, he had not been working since January. This was November of that year. So, went back to the client, and the client's like, I thought you said you could bring a book. He said, I did tell you I could bring a book. I didn't tell you I was still working. And it was like, yeah, that deal fell through.
So would you give the advice for those listening and looking for work? Because I believe we're in a marketplace of everyone either looking for work and for companies looking for great hires. Would you give that advice of honesty is always the best policy?
Absolutely. And it is a candidate's market right now. So the candidate is the one that truly needs to show up and sell themselves, because it's very scarce to find good talent.
Yes.
And, we personally, we look for the people that are not working. So we knock on doors. We also help the ones that apply for the roles, but 90% of our placements, it's direct recruiting. So we go looking for them. So we know that by the time they're talking to us, and many times you get I'm really not looking, but I'm interested. And, that goes well a lot.
Let's go back to being honorees.
Let's go back
so
to that.
How did it feel when you got that call?
Oh, I cried. So I cried. I've been to the lunch, probably I've been to 7 of them throughout the years. And every time I see my friends on that stage, I cry when I see them, because I feel that as a Latina and as a woman, you're proving yourself double, right? And
All the time.
I've always been like, that fierce. I applaud women who make a difference and women who continue to succeed and raise ceilings. I'm with them, and to be one of them gives me so many emotions. Again, not only because I'm a woman, but because I'm a Latina.
Yeah.
And I'm proud. I cried. True story.
Yeah, 100%. I
Yeah.
cried too. When Elaine called me, the first person I thought of was my mom, who's not here today
Yes.
anymore. And so I said, I really hope you're proud of this moment. And I was excited to tell all the kids at my school, because there's so many young girls there. And
Yeah.
I live to be an inspiration to them, that they can do absolutely anything. It doesn't matter who you are. It doesn't matter what you are. It doesn't matter where you come from. And it doesn't matter what you look like. You can achieve your dream, but you have to be consistent with the discipline that you choose to do. If you decide to be A, B, C, whatever it is, you're going to have to put the work in.
Consistency is king.
You must be consistent. And that's where I believe some kids, some women, some people give up because they will take their setbacks as a reason to fail versus as a reason to just move forward. And
I've fallen,
oh,
and I've gotten back up.
Yes,
And
yes.
I'm not afraid to say it.
Yes.
It's life, right?
Yes.
You go through
Yes.
some rocky roads, and
Yes.
you have to continue going. I
Yes.
called my daughters immediately, and
Yeah.
my husband and I was like, it was so excited.
How many daughters do you have?
2.
Amazing. How old are they?
One just turned 28 yesterday, and the other one's 26.
Very nice, very nice. Now, are they taking the same career path as mom?
One is an entrepreneur.
Love it.
She owns her own nail. She's an artist, so she's a nail tech. She owns
Nice.
a studio. She's going on 4 years. Nails with Nikki. Follow her on TikTok. She has like 100 something million people. And my other daughter is studying to be a doctor. She's also an EMT. She's a paramedic.
Congratulations.
She's a cardiologist assistant, and she coaches. She's a part of the paramedics for FIU football.
Congratulations.
So,
Very nice.
Thank you.
What is one Cafecito wisdom you want to leave your audience with?
Wow, that's a tough one, Claudia. You didn't prepare me.
I did not. This is called Candid with Claudia.
Exactly. Yeah, I noticed. Oh my God, Cafecito, come in ready to hear how I can assist you, or to hear how we can connect. I think Cafecito con Yesenia is an opportunity to get to know each other, but also get to assist each other, be it again by the community, on a personal level, on a business level. Let me help you, and let me share my wisdom, my knowledge, and my passion with you.
What is something you would tell young girls today who are either unsure,
Okay.
perhaps have a single parent, or the single parent themselves, about not giving up?
We live in a world that we challenge ourselves daily. And many times we do feel that we're lost, but I think that everything is possible, everything's attainable. As a woman, as a single mother, that I know that that's a double challenge, but you just have to be resilient. You just have to be there for your kids, and your kids are going to watch you fail, and your kids are going to watch you make good and bad decisions, but you can't let those decisions dictate you. You have to pick yourself back up, and you have to continue being the best version of you, because they'll notice that as well. Good or bad, your kids are looking at everything you do.
Your 2 daughters are clearly on the path of extreme success. What do you think is one thing you have consistently either said to them, given to them, supported to them, that you believe attributed to where the path that they're going?
I give a lot of credit to my husband, their dad. Our daughters have always been, since they were little, they've done every sport. Our daughters have, routines. They weren't the type of kids that you would leave them. And my daughter said that yesterday. She's like, Dad, you would never let me sleep till like 12 1. He's like, every morning he would wake up, open the windows. It's a brand new day. Let's get out there.
That's our generation, though. My
Yes.
father woke me up at Saturday mornings at
That's
7
right.
o'clock.
Get up. Let's
Can't
do
sleep
something.
in.
Let's go outside. Enjoy the world. Don't waste your time on. We were talking about this earlier on. Games and tablets, and I think that children learn from what they see, and our kids learned that we were always on the go. We made it happen. We both had careers. We both ran teams, and we still never missed a softball game, a cheerleading tournament, a volleyball, a track, basketball. We were always there present, and they see that. If my parents can do it, and if they're putting all this time and all this effort in, I can do it too.
And our parents had less resources than we have
Absolutely.
today. There's a lot more resources for the children
Absolutely.
to thrive and to succeed.
Jesus, now kids can Uber themselves places. Not that I would let my child Uber, but
What golden nugget do you want to leave your audience with? I believe that you have a special position where you actually help people get jobs.
Correct.
And you help people prepare for jobs. What advice do you want to close with and let your audience know if they're looking for work, how to best prepare, what's a resume tip that you want to give them that will make them shine even better for that next interview?
I believe that your objective is the best part of your resume because that is, the cliff note of who you are, right? Here are my bullet points. This is what I can bring to the table. Don't lie. Be honest. And never, never underestimate yourself. Everything that's in that paper should be who you are as a person. Take advice from professionals. If I'm telling you that this needs to be, said, or you should say this in your interview. Never speak bad about your prior employer, whether it's true or not. You never do that because nobody wants to hire somebody who's coming with a bad taste from where they worked. Because what are you already coming in for? You're coming in jaded.
Absolutely. There's two things I want to close on. I agree with you 100%. You said possibility. Possibilities can become a reality. You were saying that earlier. I want to emphasize on that. That is who we are. Possibility can be your reality. And build a strong community of those who can mentor and guide you. I think you just said that as well right now.
Yeah, absolutely.
Seek guidance, seek professional questions, ask them professional questions about how they can improve the resume. So
get involved in the community. There's so many opportunities.
Yes.
You have chambers, you have professional groups,
Yes.
you have, 1,000 ways that you can become noticed and people get to know you.
Yes. Volunteer, be a part of the community, create a community around you. Yesenia, thank you so much for being here
Claudia,
today.
thank you for
It was
having me.
absolutely great to meet you and to have you here.
Thank you.
And I wish you the best. And I will see you later in August.
Yes.
Actually, I'll see you first in July.
July
24th.
Yep.
And then I will see you in August when you're being honored. I will be there with you.
Thank you.
All
I
right.
look forward to
All
it.
right, of
It's been a
course.
pleasure.
Thank you. Stay tuned.
Thank you, everyone.
What an inspiring and heartfelt cafecito we shared with Yesenia today. From her story as a Hispanic woman of distinction to her passion for connecting over coffee and conversation, she reminds us how important it is to lift each other up and celebrate our journeys. Thank you, Yesenia, for bringing your warmth, wisdom to those seeking employment and your own twist of cafecito to Candid with Claudia. Now remember to follow us on our social media, TikTok and Instagram. And do not forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Here is to more meaningful moments, one cup at a time.